Hello everyone, this is Mr. Glassman speaking. I hope the first 2 weeks of the Venture Incubator program have gone very well for you and that you've been able to work closely with your mentors and continue the great momentum that you had from last spring. This week, we're going to give you 2 assignments and you can choose which one makes the most sense to focus on. Some of you will want to continue your work on your income statement, and we've come up with a more comprehensive exercise that'll really walk you step by step through the process to build that income statement and estimate how much money your business, service, or nonprofit will make. For those of you who are in a good place with that income statement from last week, we're going to move on to testing your key assumptions. So this will be a 2-part video. In the first part, I'll walk you through the new exercise sheet for the income statement. And in the second part, we'll talk about the testing of key assumptions. Let's dive right in. So, what you see here is the new income statement worksheet. And you can see that instead of just having boxes for the ways you're going to make revenue and the expenses that you're going to have, we've come up with some more specific questions. For revenue, and as a reminder, revenue is how you make money, you're going to build it up from here, question 1. How many customers or donors will you sell your product or service to in your first year of business? These are all going to be estimations, and you should make them with research and with the help of your mentor. The second question is, how many items will you sell to each customer in your first year of business? You're going to answer that in this box here. And the third question is, what will be the price of your product or service in US dollars? You'll answer that here. A lot of you did that research and an estimation before demo day last year. When you write the numbers in these boxes, you will get the total revenue for your first year of business, otherwise known as the amount of money you're going to make. It's going to be these 3 numbers, 1, 2, 3, multiplied together. This spreadsheet will automatically populate that box. Now, not all of you are selling a product. Some of you are doing a service, some of you are doing a nonprofit, but no matter what your business, you're going to have customers or people you're providing your service to. You're going to be providing an item of some sort to them, even if that item is your time of service. And you're going to have a price for that product or service. So this exercise should apply to everyone's project. And your mentor will be able to walk you through each question step by step and help tailor it to your specific venture. So that's the revenue. Now let's move on to expenses. And as a reminder, expenses are what you spend money on in order to run your business. We have a few expense categories here. The first one is the cost of materials. Now this is pretty straightforward. It's what is it going to take to make your product or service? If it's a physical product, what materials will you need to buy? If you're making duct tape wallets, how much duct tape are you going to have to buy? And what does duct tape cost? If it's a website, what's the cost to design a website, to buy a domain name? If you're providing a service, do you need to build a website? Do you need to buy uniforms? List your major materials in these boxes here, along with the estimated costs and the estimated number of items that you need to purchase. The second expense category is the cost of labor. Now, for some of you, the labor will just be yourselves. But are you going to need people to work for you? If so, what will their jobs be? What will you pay them? List your answers and estimated pay in the cells below. And again, your mentor will help you with this. Question 3 is the cost of what we call distribution. Distribution is the process of making your product or service available to your customers. How are you going to do that? Will you sell your product in a physical store? Perhaps you'll sell it online and ship your product to your customers? Do you need people to sell your product for you, people to go out and pitch it? If you're providing a service, how are you going to get the people to and from the place where they're providing the service? Each of these options is called a distribution channel. You may have one or many. List the major ones along with the estimated annual cost in these boxes here. Finally, we come to your cost of marketing and promotion. How will people find out about your product or service? Will you produce a commercial, print and hang posters, purchase an ad in a local newspaper or magazine, launch a social media campaign? Each of these options, and plenty more, is called a marketing channel, and together they make up your marketing mix. List them along with the estimated costs of each channel below. When you add up all these costs, the cost of materials, the cost of labor, the cost of distribution, and the cost of marketing and promotion, you will get your total expenses. And you can use all these numbers, the numbers for revenue and the numbers for expenses, to revisit the worksheet from last week and come up with a basic income statement. This is an important exercise for any new business. You need to determine how much money it's going to cost to start the business and how much money you will make. Some of you in your first year of operations will not make a profit. You need to ramp up to that stage. So that's why we've built in estimates for a first year of operations, a second year of operations, and a third year of operations. Work with your mentor to come up with your estimates for each of these years, and try to prove how your business will grow over time. So this has been a walkthrough of the income statement worksheet, and in the next video, I'm going to talk to you about testing your key assumptions. Thank you for your attention.